Once we have something regarding the foreign market subjects, we can ask him about that.
What's the other project that you're working on?
Um, well, this is the project I'm working on.
That's the only one, right?
Yes.
And you guys are gonna present the conference.
Oh, sorry, Professor, I didn't hear you.
You're gonna be presenting at the conference.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
Vincent, can you hear me now?
Did you say my name?
Yeah.
Yeah, how you doing?
Okay. Can you share a little bit of an update as well?
Yeah, sure. Did what did Shadid go over?
He went very quickly about, he didn't have a laptop, so it was difficult to follow what he was saying.
Oh yeah. He said that. Yeah, my apologies. I thought because Jordan canceled, we were off.
Fine, we still need to know what's going on.
Understood, yeah. One second. So he pulled up like this presentation, right?
No, he didn't have a presentation.
Oh, okay. Well, I can just run through this real quick, if that works.
A better feel for, yeah, why are we still not presenting the Hamilton Lane? So go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, that question, I don't know the answer. I know Jordan wants to see a lot of stuff from us, and like obviously we work to show it to him, but I think there's just some things he wants to see prior to us presenting there. I don't know. We can talk about that with him next Friday when we run through this presentation with him and go through some other stuff. But the focus of this presentation was to basically go over the idea of dynamic rebalancing as opposed to more of a static rebalancing. And starting off, this is like a basic overview of the project for anyone that doesn't know. And so we utilize a French framework where we're working with a market size and a value factor. We use reinforcement learning to generate optimal points to fit specific stocks to fit whatever French beta points we want to use. Portfolios can be rebalanced monthly or yearly. And then dynamic rebalancing aims to more capture evolving markets and be a bit more fluid and able to capture more alpha opportunities and more different changes that might happen in the market to work with our goal of maximizing a Sortino ratio. So currently, we're just trying to test whether dynamic portfolio rebalancing is worth the extra movement and the extra changes to actually capture excess returns without, making it more volatile, as in a Sortino ratio maximization. So the yearly dynamic strategy is basically where you're going to have it where the standard um, beta points, it would be rebalanced to these points every single year. So say if the run is a 1 risk factor, a 0 size factor, and a 0.2 value factor, it's just going to keep getting rebalanced to those points. But then a dynamic rebalancing is going to be the first year, it'll be fitted to that specific beta point. And then when you run a reinforcement learning model for the next year, you're going to have new optimal beta points because the previous year was a changing market. You're going to have new points now. So now it's going to rebalance to this point instead. So it's going to continue to update each year and then adjust where it's going to rebalance to. And then from there, we expect that the portfolio is going to have better results because now it's more aligned with what we consider the optimal points based on a reinforcement learning algorithm. That being said, for yearly, that is actually not the case. You can see that the standard um, static, non-dynamic actually performs better and a bit more smoothly here. You can see that the total ROI is a difference of about 20%, which is pretty large. And then when you're looking at a return graph, you can see that the black line, the non-dynamic line is a bit more stable. Then when you're looking at the returns and the volatility metrics, you can see that every single figure is better for the non-dynamic run. So this is actually pretty surprising because we thought the dynamic would really allow us to have, more accurate results. But this is not the case at all, especially when you look at the ratios. Sortino ratio is just not even close between the two. But then on the other side, when you look at the monthly dynamic strategy, that's where we actually saw what we hypothesized, where it's going to actually capture more returns and be more stable. So, as far as this goes, it's pretty similar logic to the yearly dynamic rebalancing, where you're going to have each month it rebalancing to an updated point. But what's different about this is that we don't have an optimized framework for each month. We only have it for each year. So instead, for the first 12 months, it's going to be balanced to whatever optimal point we decide is optimal based on the reinforcement learning algorithm. And then for month 13 to month 24, the second year, it's now going to update and rebalance to a new point for those 12 months. So it does still work in a yearly fashion where it's holding a beta points constant for a year, but it's going to be continued to rebalance to those points every month. So even though this is kind of a small change to the yearly, it actually did have extremely different results. As you can see here, this is our best run, the black line, from a static, non-dynamic run. This is a really good run by itself, very stable, one of our best runs we've ever had. But the blue line, the dynamic rebalancing line, just completely blows it out of the water. Obviously, you can see it's a little bit less stable, but it still is an overall stable line that doesn't dip down that much compared to yearly and the S&P 500 figures. And it does have much higher cumulative returns, which is what we're looking for when we're maximizing ratios. So now, as you can see here, the blue line does spread out a bit more, sorry, has a bit more volatility, but and when you're looking at ratios and cumulative returns, the dynamic rebalancing just completely outperforms the static um, optimized portfolio. The volatility is slightly higher, as I mentioned, but this is still a good volatility metrics that we're happy to work with. And the Stratina ratio is what's really incredible here. The 1.458 is the highest Stratina ratio we've had, and that's something that we're very happy about because this was our previous highest Stratina ratio, 1.3. So this completely blows that out of the water. Good results to have for this. And then finally, when you're looking at all the strategies, I mean, these two strategies compared, plus the S&P 500 as a baseline, you can see that the yearly dynamic rebalancing is pretty similar to the S&P 500, actually, a bit more volatile, unfortunately. But that's where you can see the monthly dynamic rebalancing really having a lot of excess returns and really outperforming baseline and the yearly dynamic rebalancing. And same thing here. You can see that the blue line is definitely a bit more stable than, say, the yearly dynamic rebalancing and maybe even the S&P 500. And then when you're looking at all figures compared, you can see the monthly rebalancing has very, very slightly higher volatility compared to the S&P 500, but much, much higher annualized and cumulative returns, which in turn leads to a much higher Sharpe ratio and a much, much higher Sortino ratio, 1.45 compared to 1.17, which is just a huge difference. And that's exactly what we've been looking for. So at the end of the day, dynamic rebalancing definitely allows to maximize Sortino ratio and capture market movements much better. But that is definitely not the case when you're looking at yearly dynamic. That only really pans out for monthly dynamic, which is definitely not something we expected. But it is still good results because now we've been focused on a monthly system more. So it's definitely allowed us to have much better returns and much better ratios, which is always what we're looking for. And that's everything.
Gotcha. And why aren't you guys using why you're focusing the Sortino ratio, not the Sharpe ratio?
Yeah, so well, the core idea of the project, and this is what Jordan brings up a lot, is to minimize downside volatility. And then in turn, that minimized downside volatility is expected to, one, have stable returns, but then also allow the portfolio to just be stable but still positive. And the problem with minimizing downside volatility is sometimes the portfolios are just going to have like little to no profit because they're so focused on being stable. You might get a really stable portfolio, but it's also not making any money. So that really takes away from the point. So because we couldn't really get it to like a point of like an index fund where it's just completely stable and low, we decided that it might be better to maximize Sortino ratio because then you have that downside volatility in the denominator. So it's still focusing on low downside volatility, but it's also not ignoring cumulative returns and profit. So then you kind of just have both of those figures there. So then it's going to give you a stable but also profitable portfolio. So basically, it just allows for uh, best of both worlds in a sense. It's not overly stable where we're costing too much returns, but it's also not only focused on profits where it's going to be extremely volatile.
So, what is it that he wants? Because we've been at this for a while now.
I have like no idea to be honest. It started with like him saying like, okay, I want monthly rebalancing. It's like okay, so I worked on that for a couple of weeks, got it done. And he's like, okay, I want to see like dynamic rebalancing. Like okay, so I worked on that, and I'm ready to show that to him. But he's just kind of giving us some stuff. I guess he just I don't know. I guess a lot of changes happened. Like say like Johanna was working with this project as you know for a lot in the summer. And then as the idea, I guess, kind of just got more drawn out and kind of like fizzled of presenting at Hamilton Lane, that's when Johannan kind of stepped back and started focusing on, interviews and stuff like that because the benefit for him kind of dwindled as the idea of presenting kind of went away. So I don't know what Jordan wants. It seems like he just has kind of just been ignoring it. So I just not
Well,
pressed too hard.
the thing is, don't forget, you're gonna go, he wants you to present to his boss.
Yeah, so I understand. It's a lot.
So, you're gonna reflect on him, still worthy, because there was a conference at the Fed on sometimes, let me see. Because I got an email from, Alan Frank, and he says that, he sent me this invitation for the ninth annual FinTech conference in Philly, November 12 and 13. I could do the 12th. Maybe if we could fit it in that date, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because the Kwan conference is like what, like a week after that, too.
Yes.
So we could just use like one presentation for both if that would work.
Yeah.
Probably be.
Shoot an email right now.
I mean,
Jordan.
I was also thinking with Jordan per se, like if he's able to go to the Kwan conference, he could like watch us. And if he likes it, then we could, just kind of real quick schedule something with Hamilton Lane in that time because then he gets to see how we present in our presentation. So
Yeah, but the thing is, I want us to be at Hamilton.
yeah, well, I was saying that like if just Jordan were to come to the Kwan conference, because I know last year he didn't go, but if he went this year, he could see our presentation, and then if he likes it, then he could, be comfortable with us coming to Hamilton Lane for another time, a couple weeks out or something like that. I don't know. I don't know exactly what he wants. I think he's just apprehensive because Johannon's gone. So now you have me as a junior and then Shadich just presenting. So I don't know. Maybe he's just concerned about it.
Well, he could make it a presentation by, so it doesn't have to be his presentation. Anyway, let me shoot him. George, can we do the presentation on November, November? Well. Let's see. Maybe the. That's what I used to go to the other conferences, but I'll send. Are you in class on Wednesday or is it free?
I have class till 2:50.
Oops. Well, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, like, can always figure something out. It's
Yeah,
not the end of
that's,
the world.
I mean, so it'd be worth it to put on a little later.
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
Alright, let's see what he says, but let's not get too
yeah,
excited.
yeah.
Maybe we need somebody else. Okay, so let's see what he says.
Thank you. Yeah.
And that should be good. Thanks, Vincent.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cornelia, you on?
Hello, yes, Professor.
I'm talking to Chico Daily, can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you on?
Yes, Professor.
Bobby, are you in this project?
No, I'm just listening out everything. I'm
I was talking to Chico Daily.
okay.
What are you doing on this project?
Should I leave it if I'm not in the project?
No, you can stay, of course not.
Okay.
Waiting for the other team members to join, but so have you met with them yet?
Are you talking to me?
I am talking to you. This is your project, right?
Yeah, Metami.
Okay. So what are you gonna be doing on this project?
Um, we're yet to start talking about different tasks. Yeah.
Different what?
The team we're yet to assign tasks and continue the project. So we're going to reach out and this weekend we'll try. I'll post in the group so we can look at it and figure out how to proceed from where we are.
You have a laptop on or you're doing from your iPhone?
Yeah, I'm doing from my phone at the moment.
Your problem with your iPhone? Your laptop?
No, it's okay. I'm just trying to prepare and come to the classroom.
Yes. So I'm confused. Are you being assigned a task or?
We've not really assigned tasks yet. We've not assigned tasks yet.
What do you think you want to do?
Sorry?
What do you want to do in this project? Oh, you know what? You're right. It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll talk at 11 o'clock.
All right.
Professor, there is no project for 10:30.
What?
But there is no project recording or meeting for 10:30.
There is one. I made a mistake. Who's at 10:30? No, there is no meeting today at 10:30.
Oh,
Next week there is one.
yes.
Oh, but you know what? Hold on.
And BTCS is not there for 11 today. Next week, right?
No, they're gonna be there, but hold on. Don't we have a meeting at 10:30? Oh, it's from construction department. No, I have room for one project.
You still have one left there? The.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is with, no, even though, Mr. David's gone. We're gonna have it, I think.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that, like, you just want us to keep doing that, because the I mean, I can show it during this meeting, but I wrote a little paper on the predictive power,
Yeah.
and the predictive power is not there. Like, and Tyler and I talked to him about that in like March. And then he was like, well, okay, I guess we'll keep going, and then I did like a deeper dive into it in like June, July, and then he was like, no, like, you should just like do it again. So this time I really did it again.
And it's still
It's
not,
not there, like,
so what is Nick doing then?
I, I was never involved with the website, to be honest, like, that was supposed to be a good thing. That Nietzsche would do the website and I would do the predictive stuff,
Yeah,
and so I did all the predictive stuff and I'm done.
yeah,
And I don't know how to make the website, but it also feels like there's not really a point in making the
No.
website. It just seems like they're kind of just doing it because it just kind of carried forward, and especially if Mikhail's still not really interested in it. There's
he's
nothing-
interested in the website, but they're not in the problem. So what do you think he should be doing?
I don't like, I don't know.
Let's look to Nick to see what
Yeah.
he thinks. Because I'm supposed to see what he should do.
Yeah, because every so often Nietzsche like texts me and said like, hey, like, what should I do? I'm like, well, I don't know how to make the website. Talk to Nick about making the website. Because I've just been doing the predictive stuff, but I wrote this like, I have like a 10-page paper on it that I did, testing all sorts of different things, and like, I'll explain it during this,
Yeah.
but really trying to give it the benefit of the doubt to try to find something that it was useful
But apart from that, what are you working on?
for this.
No, apart from this one.
Oh, the ETF momentum classifier. That's the one that I made the whole platform for, that. The backtester. So if this one's like falling through, I'm just gonna join the project. So,
Let's see. Maybe we'll see what Asia wants to do. But there is structured finance,
oh, what?
structured finance valuation. I have two spots.
Okay. Yeah, I was also possibly interested in the gamma capture,
The gamma capture, yes.
because I was researching that last night.
Yeah, maybe the gamma can be because he's only by himself. This-
Okay. Yeah, I'd be very interested in that.
Let me think of it. Yeah, because Louis is a trader. Can be up until the second. So then your capstone is gonna be on what you did already.
Yes, well, no, my capstone would be for my proposal and for my video, I did the ETF momentum.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so then then you could use this one. So more important, the capstone, you need to work with projects.
Yeah.
To get you.
I mean, I'm gonna expand on the ETF momentum thing, like,
Let me see where they take structured valuation, because the guy's looking for this big guy, but he used to be a big guy, but yeah. But the gamma capture right is also so interesting.
yeah. And also, like, if they kind of have that more covered, I'd be fine to just go all in on the other one too, the structured finance one. I just like, I'd say options are like one of my bigger weaknesses, so getting on a project like that.
No, that's. Environment, what are you working on?
DTCS, I got from Nick some
How
of
are we
the
doing with what's going on with the courses?
courses. It's going good till now. So there are 3 courses which I have picked up and everything.
We feeling
It's good, like I'm managing it. But except that, like I'll be registering out for some of the extracurricular courses like FRM or maybe certification this semester, because next semester it will be difficult for me. Now I'm settled up here. Any FRM like financial.
Wow, you wanna go, you know, wow.
Yeah, I'll do that this semester, not later, because it's the start and I.
Well, you know what, it's an easy one because the course
Yeah.
that you're taking.
Yeah.
Are very closely tied.
Yeah.
To the.
And I have taken some, the courses which I have taken, they are all from the scratch, so that's not rocket science or difficult for me. So I can manage something parallelly right now. And later in next semester when it will be course heavy, so I'll focus more on the courses on the what do you data camp and all.
You know, it's expensive, right?
FRM, yeah, I'll do that.
But you get a discount.
They did get the waiver, complete waiver.
Really?
First
Yeah,
one.
first level.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
asked, I emailed I talked to Professor Brockman in person and I also emailed.
There are
I
some
forget what
conditions.
office.
Talk to Professor Kish because he's good
Yeah.
he's member of this. He sends it, I sent something in the group room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll probably take that too.
First level 1,
Why not?
that's free, and level 2 we have to pay for it.
Yeah,
But this course was basically mimic that. The amount.
Yeah, that things are easy, but like some of the companies, they see those fancy words like we want it. So for the sake of them, we have to do it. Like they see them. So anything in the resume might help. So parallelly, I can manage the time and
Well, I mean, make sure it's not too much, but.
no, it's not too much. Also, like I have to go with the prerequisites of investments. So anyhow, I have to do it.
But you
So
know, yeah, no, that's
why not at the same
The
time?
first one is extremely, it's a very, very close to the other one.
Yeah, that's why like it's better to do it now so that I'm done with the prerequisites as well.
the password's 47.
I have classes all 5 days, 5 days. What about you, Kobe?
Yeah,
All 5?
yeah, well, I'm in 7 classes, so. Yeah.
How much is it for? 1,599?
That's just for practice.
Oh,
Um,
the test is for, I guess, 300 or 500,
and the test is like 23.
$2,300?
Yeah.
Yesterday was a career fair. Did you go there, Kobe?
I've gone a couple times during my undergraduate career fair stuffs.
Huh,
Did you go?
yeah,
Did you? Yeah, no, right.
but
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's good just to, if you've done it already.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I
good for
think.
you, it's very
Yeah.
important because you wanna see what the heck is a career.
Yeah. I was talking to Art.
I grabbed some of the emails and LinkedIn and I'll.
No, you wanna see people, you never know, you may, you know.
You never know, yeah.
Yeah, I went the last 30 years and all 3 times I had nothing.
But they're for undergraduates.
Yeah,
No, like majorly for undergraduates, but yes, we can get connections for the
I mean, you
graduates.
can, but like the one you're going to,
yeah,
you never know, you're working on interesting stuff, so. They could be interested in what you do. Competition's gonna be stiff, but. Meters. Good. 11 of the 34. We just had a new project.
Oh,
It's only one, well, this was supposed to be the one for, the so-called gamma candidate. But they could do it, and that's where to move it. To the ranking.
that's Peter's project, right? That's a beautiful.
No,
No,
the other one, that's,
Oh,
Rob.
Oh,
Peters. Next week. Yes.
oh, wait,
Here's the one. Yes.
what is that project with the bullets?
Is, originally, the originally was to use their, yes, their little software, to design trading strategies. It should do.
There's a lot of people on that project.
I was gonna say, that's a
And
big
they're not
project.
doing that anymore.
Okay,
Now they're doing something else. They speak to, it's in my. I think they wanted, they're still trying to figure out, ask them to do something very specific. What's it? Oh, speak to Ben. Ben Anderson.
yeah,
Yeah, speak to him. Oh, very well. Actually. I can get you guys. Can make it the. The features,
oh, cool, that's nice.
right?
Yeah.
Because I'm, what time is the thing?
Let me check.
Because in the. No, that's my thing, my time is yours, it's yours is your job.
Yeah, sure. It like weirdly doesn't say on the website. It just says the date.
Really?
I'm sure it says somewhere.
Nah, it's gotta be. You're ready, you have to register.
Yeah, I mean, I'm registered and everything.
And then they, oh, what time?
In the confirmation email, it just says like, you're registered.
Okay, well, it's gotta be in there.
Yeah.
Because he just said, yeah, sure, well, I'll meet you guys, he's over at, you know, interest, yeah?
No, I've never. I've heard of them before.
You know, he's over at, wow.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I'll give you less than that. Fine.
Okay, it's 12 to 5.
Well, the way it works usually is not 12 to 5, but it's the first hour or so. There's a big meeting, everybody gets together, you guys listen to what got a presentation, and then, well, it takes a while because all the students, you gotta register, you gotta line up, and you go from. You basically. It's like on a rotation basis, so they're all sitting at their tables, although the hedge fund. Then you go for the first one, she's quite happy, blah, 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 yeah. Okay, thanks. Next, and it goes like that.
Okay. Yeah, it says it's 12 to 1:30 p.m. registration, 12 to 5 p.m. paying your.
Does it tell you who's gonna be that many companies now?
Let's-
Rabbi, you wanna do that next year?
It says
Last time they had 14 companies, only 7 showed up. That was a special one.
it says 250 students.
That's good, that's the scale of going. When you're gonna go there, you're gonna see the competition, but.
Yeah,
Which don't worry about that, that's.
I don't know.
No, but you're getting your name in front of some very interesting people.
All it says is to meet with recruiters from Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, UBS. Oh, yeah, but. I'm sure people also know this, but. It says you have to like put your resume in like an extremely specific format, but they don't accept it.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, there's a participating companies tab, but it's in.
Because it changed them.
Oh, yeah, and I don't know who you want to talk to about this, but when it says like sign up for Lehigh University, it got the name of the major. It said Lehigh University MS, like analytical finance or something.
Still,
Yeah,
I got that one. Yes. Then make sure we can see, don't go all the way to the back. Right, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, you go. Keep walking. Right there. This is bottom.
oh, yeah. I won't be able to make an excuse for any session because that's what I'm not getting. So.
Go ahead.
I met with Mohammed. She put me in,
What you pull there again?
she put me in a bunch of different mock interviews. So,
You like to. Look. Gotta have COVID because, but I also want to be sure that. Whatever the percent what, 0%. And I told you a couple of times it was, so it's came across. Then you kill it for the other people,
yeah,
and she has a lot of people coming. So out of all these people showing up, people show them something interesting.
yeah,
Maximum time.
yeah. I was excited their State Stream is coming, but they pulled out. but I don't think they're quant positions. I think
No,
they're
they're
like-
not. But
Yeah,
they may not be gold, and you should, be familiar, well done, you should be talking to some.
yeah, they had like a folder for resumes, and like everybody else's resume was like, I was a manager at Lowe's, and then I have like 9 projects at the top.
Well, yeah, they're mostly, mass MBAs.
I-
Vice, I think you told the vice at the same time.